Hello, I'm Stephen Hill, JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a special NBA preview matchup of the opening week. We have the Brooklyn Nets, taking on the New York Knicks. This is going to be a very exciting series. There's a buzz in the city of New York because basically you now have somebody in Brooklyn and you now have somebody in Madison Square Garden. So this is going to be the rivalry of for generations. You have the Nets coming over from New Jersey and really making an impact. In the offseason, we saw them re-sign Darren Williams and also bring back Joe Johnson. They also re-signed Brook Lopez, and they also re-signed Chris Humphries, and they also got crashed back in during last year, Jared Wallace. So it's going to be an amazing game because Carmelo Anthony, I know Mari Stoudemire is out with the injury, but he could possibly be back for this game. But a new look for the Knicks, having Jason Kidd, Felton, having Chandler, having all those guys. I think Carmelo Anthony grew a lot during the Olympic campaign over the summer. And it's one of those things that Carmelo Anthony has to come into his own. We saw LeBron James, of course, come and get his first NBA title last season. So the onus is on Carmelo Anthony. If you think about it, the superstars from that draft, meaning LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, even Darko Milicic has a ring so far. And Carmelo is looking like you're next in line. I think the New York Knicks will have a big season this season. I don't see a lot of mismatches because the Brooklyn Nets do have a solid five, but their bench is lacking. They don't have that firepower coming off the bench like other teams do, and that's where I think that the depth of the New York Knicks can come back and bite the Nets in the butt. I'm flat out picking the New York Knicks in this one because I trust Carmelo. I trust Tyson Chandler to be in there and be a good defender at the center position. I just don't know how the big five in Brooklyn are going to fit together versus the Knicks because it takes a transitional time. I know Darren Williams is basically the 1A to Chris Paul is the best point guard in the league, but Joe Johnson, we have to see how he's going to play with Gerald Wallace. We've seen in the preseason, but we haven't really seen them peak in the preseason like we've seen the Miami Heat or the Clippers or the Lakers with Dwight Howard. So that's what it's coming down to. I'm picking the New York Knicks to win this first game of the season and basically supplant themselves as the best team in New York to start the season off. You can check me out at JustMyPicks.com. You can also check me out on YouTube, /JustMyPicks. You can also follow me on Twitter at JustMyPicks. Thank you much for subscribing, and please comment.